Yes, Caribbean Premier League is back, starting with day 1, the 60 highlights. So, starting with match 1, today we saw the Guyana Amazon Warriors taking on the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. So, the captain, Shimron Hetmeyer, taking on the standing St. Lucia captain, Mark Dayal. So, Hetmeyer won the toss, and of course, straight away he elected to bat first. And the Warriors got off to a flyer, 34 without loss after 2 overs. Shea Hope and Shandapal Hemraj taking the attack to the Kings, unlocking the third power play. The third power play over unlocked, but St. Lucia, they had a special guy up their sleeve, Jevoy Royal, who picked 2 for 8, getting rid of the openers. Now, the Amazon Warriors were then reduced to 56 for 4 from 5 overs. So the next 3 overs only yielded 22 runs courtesy of Jevoy Royal. But no worries, because the skipper himself anchored the team while Odin Smith blasted the bowlers to all parts of the ground. So they put on a 48-run partnership of 30 deliveries as the Warriors, they made their way up to 111 for 5 from the 10 overs. Odin Smith the top scorer with 36 of 24 deliveries. The St. Lucia Kings, their bowling, of course, Jevoy Royal was the standout bowler, picking up 2 for 8 from his 1 over. And so now when St. Lucia went out there to bat, they got off to a slow start. Johnson Charles being clean bowled by Ransford beaten in the 2nd over to leave the Kings 15 for 1. It never really got much better as St. Lucia at the end of 5 overs, midway their innings, they were 41 for 3, the Guyana Amazon Warriors keeping them at bay. The game well and truly was done and dusted. It was over, but of course Russian Primus gave the Warriors a heart attack as he played a nice little cameo at the end, scoring 41 off 23. That would have given St. Lucia some hope, but they managed to be 7 runs short, and so the Warriors winning the first game. Over to the second game, where we saw Evan Lewis take on Rovman Powell's Jamaica Talawas. Evan Lewis decided he won the toss and he decided, you know what, let's have a bowl. And the Talawas made them pay for that. They got off to a flyer, 32 runs in 2 overs, only 1 wicket down. Rovman Powell hitting Jeremiah Louis for 24 runs in the 2nd over. Yes, 2 sixes and 3 fours. And then after the Rovman Powell assault came Raymond Reefer and Fabian Allen. They powered the Talawas to 139. Fabian Allen only 5 runs short of what would have been the first 50 in this year's edition of the 60. Fabian Allen making 45 off 18 and Raymond Reefer 38 off 19. Wow! So chasing 140, of course, you need Chris Gale, Evan Lewis and Andre Fletcher to get off to a flyer, but Evan Lewis hit a couple boundaries in the first over of Chris Green, and then Evan Lewis got dismissed. Chris Gale got dismissed. Fletcher got dismissed. The Patriots were 37 for 4. In 4 overs, game really and truly over from there on. But Brevis thus gave the Patriots a little bit of respite, making 34 off 11 as they got bowled out for 84. So it didn't end up looking too bad for the Patriots as a result of Brevis. Now, in game number 3, we saw the Trinbago Knight Riders. Many assume they will be the CPL favorites take on the Barbados Royals. And TKR, they were batting first. They got off to a slow start, 18 for 2 in 2 overs. Thanks to the Bajan opening pair of Thomas and Bosch, who picked up early wickets, 1 apiece in the first over and the 2nd over to get rid of Tim Seifert very early in the innings. Now Akil Hussain came and played a steady innings, and he brought some respect to the total. They were 57 for 4 at the end of over number 6, and out came Andre Russell. So Hussain, he was 23 off 14 at the end of the 6th over, and Andre Russell there, you're expecting magic. But that wasn't meant to be, as J. Russ only got 8 deliveries to face. He made 12, and Barbados Royals, they bowled out TKR for 76. Because Russ Lee was only the second to last man to bat. Remember, only 6 players are allowed to bat. And Dre Russell, 6 wickets allowed. And Dre Russ was batting at 6 and only 7 players can bat. So Dre Russ didn't get to spend a lot of time at the crease. And so of course TKR, the top scorer, was Akeem Hussain 27. So we didn't get to see any fireworks from Dr. Dre. Now, when Barbados went to bat, they also got off to a slow start. Rakeem Cornwall gone straight away, then Kyle Mayers. And so they were 20 for 2 inside the third over. And so of course TKR fighting their way. But Bosch again. Boshing away 42 runs in no time. Bosch and Tector powered the Barbados Royals to victory. They were 80 for 3 at the end of 6.3 overs. So Bosch top scoring with 42 from 23, and the Irishman Harry Tector 16 off 6. So the South African and the Irishman leading the Royals to their victory. And so of course poor bowling on display by TKR, as you can see there. And so again, the winners for today, the Warriors, Royals, and the Jamaica Tallawahs. Stay tuned for Day 2 highlights tomorrow for the 60 of the Caribbean Premier League 2022.